to subjects, okay? يلا, I want each of you to share in the chat examples of the 4 patterns of the simple sentence. Your participation is credited, you know that. I can't be a lecturer throughout يعني the session, you have to do part of it. I want you now to write, to construct sentences in the chat, okay? وأكيد your name should be clear to me. I could figure out who's participating and who isn't. يلا please go ahead. كلكم.
في مجال بليز تعطينا اكزامبل قبل ما نبلش.
يا لطيف يا رامي. One subject, one verb. Rami is asking a question. That makes a simple sentence.
اوكي.
So one subject, one verb, 2 subjects, 2 verbs, 1 by 2, 2 by 1, okay? Make at least 2 examples. Share with me 2 examples at least. Forget about the first pattern, okay? This is the one which is clear to all. So I'm waiting to receive messages from you. Of course, I should comment on your examples, whether they are correct or incorrect. Let me take the attendance at that time. I will just check the names on my screen. He ran and jumped with happiness. George Haber. Okay, George. So you have got 1 subject and 2 verbs, right?
Yes, miss.
تمام. يلا 2 subjects, 2 verbs. Rami, the doctor asked a question for his students. Why ask, not asks? This is a singular subject. It requires a singular verb. Okay, the professor asks a question for his students. That's good, but pay attention to the subject-verb agreement. I did the laundry today. Anthony, can you hear me? Anthony? Okay. Tell me, yeah, Anthony, where is the subject and the second example you are sharing with me? Yeah, and me and my neighbor. Hey, sometimes I feel excited explaining something. I know that most of students make similar mistakes. Yeah, Anthony, you are a good student. I know you are up to the level. I know you are good at the language. However, عم تسمعوا all؟ كلكم عم تسمعوني؟
Yes, miss.
We never use me as a subject pronoun. We never, Anthony, we never use me as a subject pronoun. أول درس أعطيتكم إياه البروناونز. You remember that? تمام. So me is used as an object pronoun. يعني معناتها it's incorrect. يعني ولا بقبل أنا first year I mean as a student بكرة بالwriting يحط لي me and my friend. Please pay attention to that fatal mistake, okay? هيدي المistake اللي is unacceptable. فإذا actually if we have a compound subject we start with my neighbor and I. اتفقنا؟ بعد تغلط فيها هيدي I will be unhappy, huh? So my neighbor and I. Keep that in mind. هيدي مش الملاحظة only to Anthony. It's for you all. لأنه I know that most students make similar mistakes. فإذا المي is an object pronoun. It requires a verb. يعني it follows a verb أو it follows a preposition. Okay, let's see one more example. Rami, he drinks Pepsi and eats hamburger. Okay, that's good. So 1 subject, 2 verbs. That's fine. I read the book and slept. This is what usually happens, Sylvie. We read, we sleep, right? So there's 1 subject, 2 verbs. بعد ما شفت حدا عطاني 2 This is George. 2 subjects, 2 verbs. Thomas and Vanessa went to the pet store and adopted a dog. Interesting. Good for you, George. Very good. Guys, it's not hard. You see, from the mistakes you make, you learn. We are all learners. I learn from you as well. I could get to a point. I go through your minds, what you think. So I learn from you. So that's why I'm asking you now to make sentences. Try to construct sentences. Nagam, the dog drinks his or its water every day. Good. Subject and a verb. Guys, I want one sentence with 2 subjects and 2 verbs. Sarah, I guess you didn't share anything. Wasim, Pierre, Ellie, Cheyenne. Yalla, one sentence, 2 subjects, 2 verbs. I like playing football. One subject, one verb, Cheyenne. بدي 2 subjects, 2 verbs. كأنه هيك you feel like shocked إنه 2 subjects, 2 verbs. That's why I insist on sentences with 2 subjects, 2 verbs. My teacher or the teacher and the student laugh and talk during lunch ولا while taking lunch, for example, during lunch break. في أشياء هيك في words sound أو they show some weakness in your writing. So the teacher and the student were laughing and talking during lunch break. Yeah, that's good. Anthony, I've been telling my mother to wake me up every morning, but... Yeah, Anthony, you are using but. Does that make a simple sentence? Well, you are moving a compound sentence. لا, I didn't ask you to make a compound sentence. I need 2 subjects, 2 verbs. Maya, this is it. Some students think while joining 2 subjects or 2 verbs, they are making a compound sentence. However, لا. When I join 2 subjects with and or 2 verbs with and, this doesn't make a compound sentence. لأنه compound sentence requires a coordinator, وهذا coordinator requires an independent clause to precede and an independent clause to follow, okay? When the professor explains the lesson, the director enters. كمان يا رامي, this is not a simple sentence. You are using when. You are using when. So does that make a simple sentence with when? Simple sentence under one independent clause. Nothing more than that. لا في subordinator ولا في coordinator ولا في correlative conjunction ولا في conjunctive adverb. It is a complex sentence, yes. So I ask you, we are still working on a simple sentence. ما فينا هيك نعمل skipping. Jamal and his neighbor stole the car that أنا يا جورج once I read that يعني this is a complex sentence. John and Sarah ran to the park and played soccer. Yes, Cheyenne, your sentence is correct. Bad one, the cat sleeps and the dog barks. كمان this is incorrect. This is compound, not simple. Guys, أنا ما بيهمني يعني later أنتو you won't be asked about the components أو what is the type of that sentence. بس أنا I want you to learn it now from the sentences you are making لأنه this is what we need in order to apply. طيب نحن we will be disconnected. I want you to write your sentences so that you can share with me كل اللي قلت لهم your sentences are incorrect لأنه this doesn't make one independent clause. So أنا بدي simple sentence بالfour patterns, okay? اللي ما شارك واللي شارك try to work on it. Deal? We'll meet again after 10 minutes. وسيم, can we say students and teacher? جملتك ما عندها ذا مثلا؟ غريب. Yes, Pierre, yours is correct. Wasim, it misses the definite article, the grammar, I mean the verb form.